right, so we're just gonna wait for this little thing to start going, and then we should be okay. All right, hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's having a good night. I know it's been a long time since I posted one of these videos, but I think it's appropriate because I kind of, want to talk to you guys, check up on you guys. But as always, I want to thank the first responders first. The people that are working in the hospitals. With all this. You would think with everything going on right now, COVID-19 is still a thing, and as always, practice safety, social distancing, and practice, covering your mouth, washing your hands before and every after meal. Just be safe about it. Don't do anything crazy, and happening right now. But hold on one second. Okay, hold on. What's going on here? All right, here we go. As always, I want to thank the hospitals, the doctors, nurses, scientists, and just everybody working, first responders, just everybody, essentials out there. Hopefully you guys are staying safe, you guys are being good about it, and hopefully you guys are taking care of yourselves. And I don't know what else to go from here. I mean, usually I would say, people that are in quarantine, hopefully you guys are doing safe as well. It's just I don't know what to think right now. It's just other than been getting a lot of messages like, hey man, you're gonna go back on your show, you want to talk about what's going on. And one of my very first videos, I did mention I don't like talking anything like this, what's going on in America right now, because it's not something I love talking about. I don't love talking about watching this country that I love getting destroyed inch by inch. And but if I don't say anything, then that just makes it even, I think, worse, because not saying anything is almost as worse as saying something. I've been brought up in a very different, normal way, in a sense. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. If I'm no person to talk about what's going on in the world right now, but if I don't talk about it, and if I don't use this platform to, maybe try to reach out to a few of you, then I'm not doing my part either, as as an American. But we're gonna get into it. It's no secret. It's been a week. George Floyd, unfortunately, got, let's call it what it is. He got killed by a bad, by a bad man, and he got killed by a bad dude in a blue uniform. And you know, uh, I don't know what's been happening. This is kind of like the last. I think this was the last straw. I think the reason this is bigger, not to say that it's bigger than the rest. I think what it is, it's with everything that's happened this year. I think this is kind of one of those. That old saying. This is the straw that broke the camel's back. Well, this is what happened. He. That cop murdered George Floyd. There was no denying it. There's video out there, and there's no denying that. But what I want to talk to you about is not him, because I don't want to give him, I don't want to give the cop uh, any more seconds that he doesn't deserve. He knows what he did, and he has to live with that. What I do want to talk about is to other people, my family, my friends, co-workers, anybody that follows this page and my sports page on Facebook. What I believe is, it's a cruel thing, and somehow, some way, I can't speak for African Americans out there, because I don't know what it's like to live in fear of, I don't know what it's like to live in fear of being, not being welcomed in this country. It's a very fine line, because I don't know what it's like to have that fear. I don't know what it's like to go outside and, get in a car, drive away, and get pulled over by a cop, and that could be the end of me. I don't know what that's like because I never had to face anything like that in my whole life. I never had to see anything like that in my life. But in today's world, that's just, I don't know why that is. I don't know why it is that, an African American has to be scared or has to be taught growing up to do not raise your voice, at officers, which you shouldn't, but it should never come to the point where you should not raise your voice or you get killed. Um, to everybody out there right now that's never experienced this, that's never experienced racism, and the people that have the nerve to talk about what's going on when they don't experience it themselves, like me. I hate saying these words, but y'all need to just shut up. Y'all just need to shut up because you've never experienced anything. Anybody that's never experienced this, you don't know what they're going through. I understand right now it's a tough time. I understand right now we don't know where the world's going. But let me just say this. The looting has to stop, first and foremost. I understand what happened. We all understand what happened. I can't feel your pain because I never experienced that. However, I can say from the bottom of my heart, please stop. It's not working. You're hurting this country more than you're helping. I understand you're frustrated. I understand you're angry. And I understand human reaction is when you get mad, you don't think about it. You just do your first instinct. And I understand all of that. However, it has to stop. Please stop. Because now you're just giving them more ammo to show them that you are what they think they are. Thugs, whatever it may be. But I know that's not the case. I know people are angry. I get all that. But this has to stop. This whole thing has to stop. And not everybody's bad. I can attest to that. Not everybody's bad. But, for a certain group out there that thinks that every black person is a thug, every African American is a gangster, a thug, criminal, you all need to shut the fuck up. You all need to shut the fuck up. And I know what you're thinking. Who am I to tell you? Well, I'm going to lay it out there for you. For the people that are watching this that are going to get offended right now, you want to unsubscribe, it ain't going to hurt me. It's just going to show your true colors. They've tried protesting. People have tried protesting. But you tell them, you can't do this. They tried kneeling, and you called them sons of bitches. So that didn't work. They did the gesture, hands up. You didn't like that. They tried t-shirts. You didn't like that. The reason it's not the right way is because it makes you feel guilty about it. I'm not saying that every white person's a racist. What I'm saying is to the ones out there that I have seen just talk about, black people in general, that saying these obscure gestures, these obscure names, y'all need to shut up. You are no better than the people that are looting. You are no better than the people that think like this. You're no better. To my African American friends out there, you've known me a long time. I've known you a long time. I will never understand your pain. But I will understand your frustration because we all have to face some sorts of racism in some sense. I only get it bad, believe it or not, when it does come to my Latino community. There was a time when they didn't like Latinos joining the military, and that's what I did. And for the people that do know me, I loved every second of it. I loved all my friends. I loved every single one of my brothers and sisters that are out there watching this right now. I love you guys to death. I would never, ever change the fact that I served in the military. I loved it. I loved the people. I loved everybody that I've met across, that I've served with, and everything. You know, I will never change that for a minute. You guys are the reason why I am a, decent human being. My family, they brought me along to help raise me and, teach me right from wrong. You guys are the reason why I am such a good person. I can never, there's not enough thank yous I can say, but what hurts me is seeing some of my friends post stuff that makes them no better than the looters. What I think people forget is we did serve, we're no longer there. But at one point, you guys did sign up to defend the right for an American citizen for every amendment. Let me rephrase that. You served for the people to exercise their right. If you cannot see the problem in that, if you cannot see the problem in police brutality in general, whether it's a dude, whether it's a cop that killed a black man, a Latino, uh, Asian, if you can't see that, you really need to rethink yourself. Honestly, if you think it was funny, if you think it was right, because he, what was his crime? He had a bad check. George Floyd had a bad check, and that was enough for him to die. If you think that was punishable enough, then please unfriend me because I know that's not you. That's the thing that makes me sick, is seeing some of my brothers and sisters posting stuff, very, disgusting stuff that makes me wonder why. Like, you got to be kidding me. It is a very fine slope. I understand that. But to go back to it, they tried everything. Am I mad at the people that are looting and destroying stores, small businesses, all that stuff? Absolutely. But what other option did you give them? They tried everything else. They tried t-shirts, they tried movements, they tried kneeling, they tried everything. And it seems like everybody had a problem with that. So in the end of it, this was the fault of many. This is the response. I've seen a lot of people right now put up Martin Luther King quotes and this and that. Let me tell you all something. For the people out there that are putting Martin Luther King quotes and seeing some of the gestures that you put up, go fuck yourself. Honestly, go fuck yourself. I'm not one to cuss. I'm not one to show my real emotion in here, but please just go fuck yourself. Okay? Talking about Martin Luther King wouldn't approve of this. Let me tell you something. Martin Luther King was a great man, a very great man. He didn't loot, but you still called him bad names. He didn't kill anybody, but you still thought of him as just dirt. He served time in jail for no reason other than he was black. He did nothing but try to bring peace, and people still killed him. And I'll call out people right now. Starting from all the way from Dean Cain. Go fuck yourself. Having posting that and seeing what your history is, you can go fuck yourself. But to everybody else out there, just be safe. Don't do anything stupid anymore. Please. Stop this nonsense. And for some of you in my Latino community, y'all need to shut up too. Y'all need to shut up. Some of you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And I say that in a very, very nice way. Because I do have people in my mind right now that I could put them here. I can blast them here, but I'm not going to do that. But some of you that are my family and that are my friends and that are part of the Latino community, y'all need to shut up. Y'all need to shut up about that they deserve this. They don't deserve none of this. Nobody deserves this. I'm going to tell you a line, one of my favorite lines from one of my favorite movies. Black versus black is what they want. Brown versus black is what they want. Browns killing browns is what they want. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't. I'll never understand why it's so hard for people to come together. I'll never understand that. I'll never understand why we can't be friends. Why can't we all just get along? What's the problem? I'll never understand why it's so hard to just respect a man. Now, give respect where respect is given, but why is it so hard for people to not be scared? I don't understand that. Why is it that when people see somebody of different color or something different, why are people so scared? I will never understand that in my life. Colin Kaepernick, 4 or 5 years ago, took a stance. He kneeled during the national anthem. What people don't remember is what he said afterwards. He wasn't disrespecting the military. He wasn't. And anybody out there that really did serve and really, did their time in. Because like I keep telling everybody, I'm a nobody. I am a nobody. I was just lucky to be around a great group of people. So to them, for me, I'm a nobody when it comes to the military. But the ones that really served, if you had a problem with him kneeling, that's your problem. That's shame on you, man. Because if you really think it was about the flag, it wasn't. What he said 5 years ago is still happening now. All he wants is justice for people that died unfairly. The way I see it, these big corporations, these stores, they can always get a replica of, they can always get more stock of what they need, whether it's a food store. Nike can get, restocked on their shoes, their attire. George Floyd can't get a replica on his life. That's it. He only had one. And for the people out there that think that it's funny, for the people out there that think it's that think that it was right, one of the things I did see from one of my friends he said something that it makes my head spin because I don't want to believe that's him, but unfortunately you post it and it happens. He said what's the best thing about America? One less blank in America. And I'm going to let you fill that in. To that person who posted that, we were in the same formation. We served together. And if you're telling me that was all just an act, you don't deserve shit. You don't deserve shit. Brutally honest, you don't deserve shit. To my white friends out there, I know you're not all bad. I know you're not all racist. However, right now, we need you guys to stand up more. We need you guys to say that this was wrong. To my African American friends out there, I know you're not all thugs. I know you're not all gangsters. But we need you to help us stop this. Stop the violence, please. Everybody out there. Now, people are going to maybe watch this video and say, what a goofball, what a cheeseball. Who gives a fuck what he thinks? That's fine. But after almost 30 years of my life, I finally figured out who I am. I'm just a nice guy that will give an ear. I will lend you my ear. I will give you my time to spit out your anger at me, whether it's towards me or somebody else. I don't care. If you need a shoulder to cry on, I'm here. You need somebody to talk to, I'm here. That's what I am. I'm a good human being. And that's worth saying something to me, at least. I wouldn't want to be anything else but a decent, good human being. And to, all my Latino members, out there, let's fight together. Let's stand together on this. I'm tired of this back and forth. Okay, I'm tired of this. And for the ones that understand, you know what I'm talking about. The ones that were really, raised in a real Mexican family, in a real, Latino family. The way of that thinking has to stop. That, we have to stick together. No, we have to grow with each other. We have to help each other out. Help your fellow man. Help your fellow person. Your brother, sister, help them out. The world is a better place when we work together. And anybody else that I missed, I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, I love every single one of you. Yeah, there's times, I'm going to get a little hurt sometimes because, that's just who I am. But that doesn't change the fact that I still love every single one of you. I still love. I only want to give out love to the world. That's my whole goal in life. You can say whatever you want about me. You can say whatever you want about the way I think, the way I talk. You can say whatever you want. But just know I'm always here to listen. I don't know who's going to watch this video, but hopefully somebody watches this video and just understand something. Let's increase the peace together. Let's show the world that we can work together, because right now the world is just laughing at us. They're laughing at us. From top to bottom, they're laughing at us, and we need to change that quick. I don't know what else to I don't know what else to think about it. It's just a crappy feeling to know that the world's laughing at us and we need to work together on this. So for everybody out there that's protesting, I'm not saying stop. Just please do it peacefully. Please do it peacefully. You know, everybody out there, we got to stop with the stereotyping. Just stop with the stereotyping. It doesn't help nobody. Not every white man's a racist. Not every white person's a racist. Not every Latino you see is an illegal immigrant. Not every black person's a thug. Not every Asian's a this or that. Nobody's saying that. Not every, Middle Eastern's a terrorist. We got to stop all that shit. I'm tired of hearing that. I'm tired of hearing that. Everybody here in America, to me, is an American citizen. Because you get up, go to work, and you try. Because in America right now, we all understand. Some have it better than others, yes. But for majority of us, we work paycheck to paycheck to survive, to fight, to make sure we have a roof over our head. But there are times, your brothers, sisters are going to need help. Help them. Help them. I understand it's a lot easier to blow off helping than it is to take care of yourself, but it's never too late to change. One of the biggest flaws that I've been told in my life is I'm not aggressive or I'm not mean. I'm not anything. I'm nothing like that. I can't, because my love for people is too much. My love for people is too much. I've met great people in my life. Some of the greatest people in my life I've met, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I just want you all to know, increase the peace. Let's work together. Let's change this. Let's stop this looting. Let's stop destroying our country and burning it to the ground. It's going to help nobody in the end. Stop this. Show love to the world. Everything's going to be okay. I understand justice is needed right now. George Floyd needs justice. I understand that. But we got to do it right. We got to do it peacefully. We got to do it in a way that doesn't give power to those people that think that, look at them go, exactly what we think they were. We got to stop all that. And as I mentioned earlier, for the people that I offended today, I'm sorry. If you didn't like the message, that's on you. If I can't change the way I'm never going to change the way you think. That's on you. But I rather die a decent human being. I rather die knowing that people will say he didn't have a lot and he had to fight for what he got, but he was a good person that never put anybody down, that will give you the shirt off his back and will fight for you. So, with all that being said, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank the comments that were left. There's some that there's some that are sending me messages right now that have the little sad face right now, and I'm telling you, it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry, but don't stay there too long. We got to fight back. The heart, I see people commenting right now with hearts, just know that, hey, love you guys too, man. Love you guys too. You know, I understand. I understand this, but, I do want to thank everybody um, that did tune in, that did see. As always, I do have, a part of the show was, I want to give a couple updates on the show. So I'm going to start doing a little bit more now that, maybe it's the time to kind of ease the tension again because, we kind of need a distraction right now. And hopefully I can be that distraction, whether on the goofball or whether, we could talk about it. But tomorrow, or actually, I do have an update. This year, I am going to do fantasy football. And this year, I'm going to do things a little different. I am actually going to start a charity with it. So, what it is people want to join. There's the regular pot, and then there's the donation pot. So, in the donation pot, it's $20 to join, and then it's a minimum of 15 to 20 to put in the donation. I know times are tough right now, so um, any little bit helps. From 15 to 20. I know what you're thinking. That's good donating, but what's in it for me? So if you join the league and you put 20, and if you donate for the donation, and the charity is to the Boys and Girls Club of America. I chose that because I think it's a great cause. There's kids out there that need something. They need food, they need water, they need clothes, they need a place to feel safe. And I can't think of anything better than the Boys and Girls Club. So with all that being said, if you put in 15 to 20, I know what you're thinking. What's in it for me? If you win, not only do you get the whole pot. So last year, I think we had 20. Everybody put in, I think it was $20, and the guy won. You get the whole thing. But not only do you win the pot, if you donated it, and you're the highest winner, like if you win and you donate it, not only do you win the pot, the cash prize, you will also get a free dinner on me to Buffalo Wild Wings during Wild Card Weekend. So if you have any more questions about, the league, if you want to donate, if you want to, talk about all that, you can always come to this page on my YouTube page, on my Facebook page. You can message me. But that's sort of what I'm doing. It's, the regular pot, the donation pot. And if you win, you get a free dinner on me to Buffalo Wild Wings during Wild Card Weekend. So I'm going to be doing more. And I am actually 29. Thank you very much for thinking I was younger. But no, I am actually 29 years old. I'm actually a little bit young, but I'm actually a little bit older than that. But anyway, it was just a comment right now. I thought it was funny. But like I said, win the pot. And if you donated and you're the highest, if you donated, you get a free dinner on me if you win the whole thing, but you got to donate. You got to donate. So if you have any questions, like I said, hit me up on Messenger, Instagram, at Raider Loco 91, Twitter, same thing, Raider Loco 91. My Facebook page, my sports page on Facebook, hit me up there. And, I'll let you know more if you guys are really interested. I think it'll be a great cause. So tomorrow, I'm going to actually come back on here. We're going to talk about the return of sports in a sense. Tomorrow, we will cover the NHL and its return as they announced that they have a playoff format. They're ready to go. The NBA as well has a playoff format. Wednesday will be the MLB, where I believe that they want a shorter season, but I believe if nothing happens after 4th of July weekend, we can kiss this season goodbye. And as always, Thursday, I actually do have a special treat for you guys. I actually have starting a thing. It's going to be called Throwback Thursday. So what Throwback Thursday is I get a guest every Thursday, and we talk about the moments that made them. What was a special moment in their life in sports? We're going to kick off this Thursday with a special guest, my brother, Julian Garcia, and we're actually going to talk about the Rams and the Raiders. You guys have to really tune in on this one because it's going to be funny. There might be emotions running high from my brother's end. I think he's still grasping the fact that they're no longer the Oakland Raiders. I think he's still trying to grasp the fact that things change. But it happens. But he's going to be a guest on Thursday, and we're going to talk about. The reason I picked this was because I actually found in my old vault a sports memorabilia of a game day program when the Rams were still in St. Louis. And we're going to talk about that because me and him were there. We saw that game live, and it was a great moment for me because that was the first game I sat next to that I sat next to him. And that was one of the best days of my life, sitting next to my brother, watching that game. And that was beautiful, man. That was a great day for me. I'll never forget that day. And I'll never forget that trip either that me and him took to go up there to watch the game and all the little shenanigans that that happened. My friends keep telling me, the thing I left impression was, what do you mean that your brother almost got ran over by Darren McFadden? You have to tune in Thursday for that because that's actually a very funny story. But as always, stay safe, be good, do good, love each other, take care of yourselves. And we will see you tomorrow. And actually, do we have any comments on the thing? Nobody? Oh, thank goodness. Oops. We're good? All right, we are good. Talk to you guys later. I want to thank everybody for commenting. C978. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's okay if you don't speak English. Don't worry about it. Universally, it's okay. I try to be a good man, but it gets frowned upon. That gets kind of laughed at sometimes, but that's okay. I should have 1 million subscribers. I wish, but no, I'm just a simple man. I'm just, doing this, because it's something I like to do, something I like to enjoy doing, which is talking about sports. And I try not to get too much into, politics and everything because I think it's just dirty. But unfortunately, I wouldn't be doing my part either because if I don't talk about it, then people can still think that it's okay to do what they're doing, which is not. As much as I don't like to talk about it, I have, not that I have to, but I have to put in at least 2 cents to tell people that to stop, to just be good. It's not hard being a good person. Let's see what else we got. BBC Arabic. Shalom alaikum. I haven't spoken Dari in a long time. It's been a minute, but shalom to all of you, to everybody out there. Hopefully you guys are doing good too. Hopefully you guys are staying safe out there, everybody. Hopefully you guys are doing good. And holy crap, I could not believe this thing got all the way to over there. That's amazing. That's amazing what technology can do. But thank you all of you, and thank you for the kind words, and thank you for the the hospitality. Tomorrow be doing the same thing again, and hopefully tomorrow just gets better. So take care, everybody. Have a good night.